Over the past few months, we've brought you lots of features on our ex-racehorses here in Dubai and their lovely new homes. But how did they get from here at Dar Al Khail to meet their riders? Well, there are a lot of people involved in that consultation process, and some of them even bring along a professional trainer to help them choose the horse best suited to them. And it's one of those that we're going to meet today. Professional trainer Mark Barsby has more than 20 years of experience of working with ex-racehorses, including off-track thoroughbreds. Visiting Dar Al Khail to try horses for clients, he rides 9-year-old Memento Mori, a half-brother to Mystic Guide who was a winner in France, before switching to 12-year-old Arkansas, who had a spell as an outrider pony after leaving Irwin Sharpie. While most ex-racehorses go on to have rewarding second careers, Mark is clear that the journey often isn't an easy one.
For one, just they've both been off for a while, so they're kind of ready to start their next journey. So, rider point of view, for riders taking on ex-racehorse, they do need to have experience. You know, both them horses are very quiet this morning, but they will have points where they can kind of build up and energy comes. So, from a riding point of view, they need to be able to kind of be quite a novice rider and have a good team of like trainers around them to help support them. Because for them kind of horses, they're going to need to be brought on slowly. And if you do it slowly and correctly, they will become fantastic. So it would be the case of kind of just gentle hacking, lunging, groundwork, reteaching all the aids, because obviously for racing, they're used to a little saddle, a little person, and a short contact. Suddenly, bigger person, bigger saddle, we're sitting and asking the horse to work in a completely different shape. So as long as a rider's got a good team around them to help them and they've got the ability, both of them would actually be really nice types because they're very gentle.
And do you work with quite a lot of ex-racehorses, do you find now?
Yeah, I've got a lot, from thoroughbreds to Arab racehorses. And all the ones that are with me are going really well. We've taken our time. I've got Bentley, we've had him a year. We did a first little arena eventing with him this season. He's never, ever done anything wrong. We started very slow. I kind of work with the rider, train her, I train him. We do lots of ground, lots of lunging. And I have to say, when we looked at him, he was advised very strong in the hand. Even the trainer said he's a very strong horse. We gave him a month off, we built him up slowly. Now he's the nicest horse in the world. Never bolted, never bucked, never done anything bad. But we've kind of taken our time with him and he's become a super little horse now.
So with your clients, you would work with them on the horse and you would also ride the horse yourself?
Yeah, exactly. It depends on the level of the rider. I don't like taking over. My job as a trainer, I want to instill in the rider that they can do it. So depending on the horse and their level of training, I will obviously do the basics and make sure I teach, because I want that person to learn. The journey isn't about me or just about the horse, it's about the rider and the horse, and it's getting them to learn to get on and work together.
Heather Copland, manager of Dar Al Khail, works hard to match horses with their new owners and says that bringing in an instructor can help.
They will come and they'll have a look around the yard, they will see which horse that they're interested in. We will then we've already been riding them at home, so we will have our rider ride them, they can watch them going around with our rider, then we will put the actual person on themselves, they can try the horse, see how they're going, see if they like them, see if they bond. And from there on, they will then make a decision and decide which ones they want to take, and then take them on, sign the contract and take them on and go further. If they're not particularly experienced, or if this is their first ex-racehorse that they've ever had, it's always nice to have someone else that, like Mark, who is very experienced, has got a wealth of knowledge in racing, training racehorses, ex-racehorses. He will be able to spot, how they're going to connect, which horse is suitable for which rider as well. It's no good just having one rider saying, oh, I like that one because I like the colour, and then it turns out that they're not suited at all, and then 6 months down the line they're put off having an ex-racehorse. You want that bond and that match to be perfect from day one.
So you have your ex-racehorse, you have your trainer. How long until you can start thinking about competing? Much like on the racetrack, this varies from horse to horse.
They can bring their horses just to get used to the show ring and to get used to the environment of going out, so they can do those within a few months, and all the baby classes. But actually to do any of the one-day events or the eventing, usually about a year, but they start slowly and everybody's got their own time. So if somebody wants to take 2 years, they can take 2 years. There's no race to get to the end. We've got people that have been competing for 5-6 years and they're still in the intermediate level, so it's entirely up to them, but there's no hurry to get to any level at all.
So if you're thinking of taking on an ex-racehorse, by all means, take your trainer along too.